Hello everyone! Hello. You alright? This is, we're a comedy troupe from, where are we from? Bath? Yeah. We're from Bath. Woo! Woo! You can't see me, but I'm laughing. I'm a painter and decorator really. So we're a comedy troupe of about 6. Has anyone ever been to Bath? Yeah. One person. Brilliant. It's actually two people. So we do comedy. Obviously not at the moment, but can't see if you're laughing or not. So it's all right. Go ahead. Come with us to the right. So we've got 6 acts on tonight. Opener on that one. And isn't this nice, eh? I didn't expect this many people. It keeps going up, keeps moving up. So we do some comedy. There's about 6 or 7 comedians, probably 5 actually. And we're all doing 5 minutes. We're all going to just come on stage. We're all going to do our bit of comedy, and I'm hoping that you're all just going to watch, listen, laugh, smile. But we can't see you smile because of you, please. So we all up there. Everyone going after 3. All go yay! 1, 2, 3. Yay! Ooh! Can you do a bit more? 1, 2, 3. Yay! Everyone happy? Yeah! Really? Are you all happy? Yeah! Are you enjoying wearing masks all the time? No. Horrible, aren't they? Bring it back and prepare. Anyway, who's first on? Tash. So, yeah, with that, before I bring on with first. Yeah, I'm just going to warm you up. These are things that I think are weird, and I want you to say, isn't it weird? And then I tell you what I think is weird. Okay? Do we have a practice? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Isn't it weird? You can do better than that, Bristol. We'll take that off. 1, 2, 3. Isn't it weird? Try again. 1, 2, 3. Isn't it weird? Okay, so you say isn't it weird, and I say what I think is weird. 1, 2, 3. Isn't it weird? When you say hello to people on canal paths, but not on normal paths. Isn't it weird? When you give your clothes to a charity shop, and then you go back in the shop and they cost more than what you bought them for. When you yawn and you do that little spray of spit. You ever seen that? 1, 2, 3. When you put the water in your mouth first before the paracetamol. You ever done that? When you're asleep and you get woken up by a cat doing that noise. Ow! Ow! That's weird, isn't it? Oh, you won't try it. Ow! That's rubbish. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, when you're in a gym. When you're in a gym class and you do exercises the wrong way round to everyone else, making eye contact with the same person every time. You ever done that? No? Isn't it weird? Right, we're going to bring on our first act. These are all people from Bath. We're all like comedy troupes, so we're going to bring on our first act, and that's a person I know very well. I mean, I know them all well. Person I know very well, it's Tash!
Hello. This is amazing. We've never done stand-up in a contemporary art space before, but I guess art is very subjective. So in some circles, this is art. And a bit like any artist, I can't leave it alone. I'm constantly growing this section of my piece. and my chosen medium is bread. But I can't mention there's 3 young people here. Bread is evil. But no, I thought, actually, at this time of year, I thought I would be an amazing specimen of humanity, because at the beginning of lockdown, we were all exercising, weren't we? We could only go out to a shop or to exercise. So people who had never exercised in their entire lives were out, weren't they? People in street corners drinking bottles of Jack Daniels, doing Star Jumps. You walk past a sneaky group of people having a picnic, start doing press-ups into a quiche. But you know, at the start of the lockdown, I thought it'd be good because I was doing Joe Wicks. I wasn't doing Joe Wicks, I think his wife was, but I was doing Joe Wicks every day, 9 o'clock, with my kids. High intensity interval training. Anyone done Joe Wicks? Yeah. See, by week 2, I did a few. By week 3, and I wish I'd made this up for comedic effect, but by week 3, I was watching Joe Wicks on the sofa while eating a bag of mini cheddars. So it's but yeah, it's been a weird thing, lockdown, and experts are saying that, you know, we may experience a baby boom after it. I don't know who these experts are, they clearly live alone. It's distance that makes the heart grow fonder, yeah? Distance. Not close proximity in an enclosed space. But we're all kind of growing, we're all expanding, we've got fatter as a nation. We've all got kind of leper hands, haven't we? So much hands sometimes, it's all falling on. But one thing you don't know is we are farting less. Globally, we're farting less. Okay? So bear with me. So you know that an average day, an average adult farts about 10 times, about a litre. So yeah, probably in the course of this show, at least one of you will be farting. You know where it is. But no, because when you fart on an aeroplane, you fart 3 times more. So air travels down by 90%, therefore globally, a lot less gas released. That's a positive coming out. It's Halloween. Anyone doing anything for Halloween? No. We've got enough scary stuff this year, haven't we? But Halloween always reminds me of the stuff with my kids. But my son said something to me last year, and I haven't yet corrected him, it's very sweet. He likes to share facts. And he said about Halloween, he said, well, you know, Mum, you know, here they call them pumpkins, but in America they're called jack-off-lanterns. He said, it's very different from Halloween, they celebrate over there. But I'll leave you with my own scary story, because something big is happening tomorrow, apparently. I don't know if you all know about this. I went and popped a parcel round to my next door neighbour 2 weeks ago, and she said, I hope you stocked up on tin food and got yourself a stove. Alright, maybe she's worried about a lockdown again. I said, fine, you know what's coming. And she proceeded to tell me about the tunnels. Do you know about the tunnels? Apparently there are 40,000 troops building tunnels under our feet as we speak, she told me, and apparently to fill up and harvest children. And QAnon, have you heard of it? Yeah, I didn't know this. And apparently it's big, rich and powerful people, Hollywood, governments, apparently are harvesting children beneath our very feet to fulfill immortality. So when she told me this, I thought I need to correct her in terms of a ridiculous conspiracy theory, but I'm afraid I did the very British thing. And I just said, oh, thanks for letting me know. But anyway, apparently tomorrow, she did tell you that the internet is shutting down and there's going to be martial law apparently, so just watch out for that. But anyway, on that note, thank you very, very much. About 5 minutes, Joey.
Tash, everyone! Thanks very much, Tash. I've also got to thank Offstage Collective as well, on this centre of gravity as well, which is this place, so I'll do that every now and then. So for our next, we've got, who's next? Oh yeah. So can anyone start clapping? Like do 1 out of 10? 5 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And next up the stage is Matt.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to do 5 minutes of stand-up comedy. If no one laughs, no one has a good time, we'll just say it was spoken word. You won't give a shit. If you look at me for the next 5 minutes, just go, just say it was art, and that's fine. Yeah, okay? Yes. So, yes, my name is Matthew Alford. It's nice to see you. Looking forward to the new lockdown, which looks like it's going to be coming next week. Looking forward to Christmas. That's going to be good, isn't it? Looking forward to Christmas. Christmas with no one else there, and crackers that are big enough to be socially distanced. And a Bond film that also functions as a wake. That's great. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm from Bath. I moved to Bath to do a PhD. Yes. My PhD thesis title was an application of Ed Herman and Noam Chomsky's propaganda model to Hollywood cinema from 1990 to 2002. And after doing 8 years of that, the only doctor in Britain less employable than me was Harold Shipman. The only doctor in Europe less employable than me was Radovan Karadzic. If you don't know who Radovan Karadzic is, it's going to be a very long 2.5 minutes. All my remaining material is about overqualified Bosnian Serb war criminals from the early 1990s. Ratko Mladic and Slobodan Milosevic walk into a bar. No. So what was I going to talk to you about? What have I done? What else am I doing? I try to be optimistic. I don't think we should lose faith in things. Like, some people become very cynical. Some people become very cynical. Like earlier this year, Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister, was caught COVID-19, and some people are actually saying that they wish that he would die. I don't wish that he died. I did not want him to die. In fact, I had 20 quid riding on that, so I'm bloody glad that he didn't. I like it how it's impossible to tell if I've divided the room. Because you all strategically put your faces on in a peculiar manner. Apart from Natasha, you always look happy, which is very beautiful. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to stay sort of positive about things. Now I do think that in the end, I do see a better country. I see a more prosperous country. I see a more democratic country. It's France. We're going to invade that country and take all of its best things. So we are going to be fine. Don't worry. We'll get the things we need. So yeah. Well, I do. I'd like to end on a high. So high. Maybe I should end on something higher. I like to end on being bad at comedy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna fuck off. Joey, let's go. Does everyone like poetry here? Yeah. Everyone like poetry? Can I read you one of my poems? This is a true story, this one. I was in my dinner the other day, and this bee was trying to get into our window. So I thought I'd write a poem about this bee trying to get into our window. A bee hit our window. It thought it could go in though. It didn't know about window. As it hit, it said, "Oh no!" Poor little bee though, left a mark on our window. I usually get a clap after my poems. Sure, you're embarrassing me now. Anyway, we're going to bring on our next act. Are you enjoying it? Yeah! Woo! What would you give it out of 10?
Solid 5.
Solid 5? That's from one of the acts. Anyway, so we're going to bring on our next, is it Troy? Yeah. So if you can do your clapping, 2 out of 10. Come on. 5 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Next to the stage, let's go! Taking ages to walk up. Oh, bit of silence here. There you go. It's you. Hello. I'll take this thing off.
Red under the mask as well. So I missed the memo that we weren't dressing up for Halloween. Thanks, guys. Something else unfortunate about me. My name's Tor. Recently this year, I was homeless for a couple months. I was safe for surfing. It wasn't, rooting through bins, living under a bridge kind of homeless, which in this get-up would be frankly terrifying, wouldn't it? So I was homeless, and I slept in my mate's house. He didn't let me stay on the couch. He made me sleep at the end of his bed, crammed on a tiny mattress in between his bed and his wardrobe. There comes a point at the age of 24 where you're lying there at 3 o'clock in the morning, staring at the ceiling, wondering what series of unfortunate life choices has brought me to this place in life. Just the bathing and the farting and the huffing of two men in their mid-20s. But yeah, so that was my unfortunate. I was going to move on to some other material, but I noticed we've got younger people in the audience, so I'm going to move on to something else. Tell you what I noticed after we come out of lockdown, there seems to be a lot more pigeons. Loads more pigeons and seagulls. The whole of Bristol and Bath just seems to be infested with them at the moment. And like, the thing is though, I don't mind pigeons. They're kind of cute, aren't they? They're kind of cute. They sort of just wander around going, oh, is this a chip? Is this a faggot? I don't know. I'm going to eat it anyway. And they're kind of cool. And they barely ever fly. Like, they always seem to just walk everywhere. Like, and they always do that kind of weird walk that looks like some sort of geriatric ostrich. And yeah, or like, for example, I saw one the other day use a zebra crossing correctly. Like, cars stopped for it and it walked across the lines. They're evolving, I tell you. Seagulls, on the other hand, I hate them. They always seem to have the look of someone who has been standing in a queue and they just had the back of their neck licked by someone behind them. They always seem to have that face, like, they always look angry. And they always seem to make that horrible sound that just sounds like Kate Bush just stood on Lego, like, at 3 in the morning. But yeah, it's, yeah, that's my thing on pigeons and seagulls. My life has kind of taken a turn for the better. I was homeless, and now here I am, painted red, doing stand-up at 2 in the afternoon in a, what is this building, like a disused garage or something? Centre of gravity. There we go. Anyway, this is my bit. Yeah, take it away, Joe.
Thank you very much. As I do that, you can see the mics moving. Can you all do? Can you do it a bit louder? Can you do it all together? Woke up this morning. The alarm went off at 7 a.m. Press snooze. The alarm went off again at 7:09. I pressed snooze. The alarm went off again at 7:18. I pressed snooze. The alarm went off again at 7:27. I don't know how to stop that. Anyway, we'll have to break on next time. I needed to go for a wee as well when I got here. I still haven't been for a wee. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. And there's kids here as well. Anyway, so our next act, who's our next act? Can we have our clapping 5 out of 10? 7 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Our next act on stage is Sam!
name's Sam and I'm a juvenile swan. I know you're looking and thinking, he looks a lot more like an adult human male rather than a juvenile swan. You're correct. I feel like a juvenile swan, because what happens to juvenile swans when they mature, they have a big nap, they fall asleep, and they float on down the river, and they wake up, and they're an adult. And I feel like that happened to me. One day I woke up and suddenly I owe everybody money. What the fuck is that all about? Council tax, wages, other things. I think it's a load of rubbish. See you later. Sorry it was so bad. Just wanted to make you guys feel bad, but you guys seem to be loving it, so swings and roundabouts, eh? But yeah, I don't like growing up. I think it's rubbish. I just graduated from uni and growing up sucks. My mum's always nagging me. She's like, Dan, get a job! Dan, do this, do that! Dan! She doesn't sound like that, but for comedic effect, I think it sounds great. She's always nagging me, my old mum. I do love her, but I'll be honest, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be born. I didn't ask for you to get pissed off on Bacardi Breezers one night and figure out that there was some rooms upstairs in the pub you were drinking in. Yeah, I didn't ask. I didn't ask to be here. It's like someone, I feel like I came out screaming just like I was in the abyss. Someone pulled me out of the abyss and they were like, alright mate, what are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? What are you doing with your life? I didn't fucking ask! Who are you? What is this? This is all just weird. Yeah, being alive's weird. I miss the abyss, I think. Top it all off, we're all being exploited by a government and a regime that doesn't really help anyone. It only really serves the few, not the many, if you want a little Labour quote in reverse. Over talking now. I think, yeah, we're being exploited, so I think we need to start a revolution. But I think my revolution would be a bit weird. My revolution, I think the way that we really show the Tories and the people with all the money, who's in charge, we should just all call it quits. Let's all call it a day. We'll make a unified agreement that the proletariats need to die. Sorry, but I want to see a world where there are posters on the wall that read, ever thought about cyanide? None of you, really? Wait once. Boring. Pardon? Keep warm, burn the Tories. Yeah. Or maybe one on the wall that just says, like, do your bit, stop the spread of humanity, die. That would be great. That's the world I want to live in. But then, yeah, I think life's weird because we just go from this one point, which is like a dark black abyss and nothing happens, to being born, we're in a little blip and it all feels a bit long sometimes. You ever wake up and you're just like, fucking hell, I can't be bothered. Life's just a bit long, man. What am I doing? I just want to chill out and smoke a number, you know? It's all long. It's not all bad. Like, I like life's little satisfactions, like when you go down to the co-op and you buy a microwave meal, and you pierce that film and it makes that subtle little, you know, nice little microwave meal. Don't look at me so disgusted. I'm not disgusting, that's a fun feeling. All the feelings of like a very, very beautiful night sky with the moon and the stars. Oh, but I tell you what my favourite thing in the world is. A really good poo. Can't beat a good poo. It's like all the bad things just fall out of you. And on that delightful note, I'll pass you back to Joey. Thank you very much.
Right, we're nearly coming to the end of this, and I know you're going to be gutted, but we're coming to the end of this. We're a troupe from Comedy Collective all the way from Bath called Flash, Fresh and Dirty. And can anyone do a beat? Can anyone do a beat? Like a clap? And I'll see if you can do a beatbox to a clap. Go on, get a clap, boy. it now. Thank you for doing that. Cheers, man. Thank you. Give yourself a clap. Cheers, thanks for it. Just before we bring in our last act, I've read a list of all the things that you never see. First on the list is baby pigeons. Has anyone ever seen a baby pigeon? Baby pigeons. Has anyone ever seen baby pigeons? You never seen them? Where did they come from? You have? Oh, what did it look like? Dinosaurs. It looked like a dinosaur, the baby pigeon. Weird. Was it going like that at times? Yeah, that's a dinosaur. Second on the list is you never see a goth in a hot air balloon. Has anyone ever seen a goth in a hot air balloon? Looking off your balcony? And then I got a bit bored, so the third on the list is a baby pigeon in a hot air balloon. So there you go, it's a short list, I'll work on it. Right, our next and last act is Holly, over there. Now, we're going to give you some clapping. Let's try some clapping. 3 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 11 out of 10. Welcome to the stage, Holly!
Thanks, Joey. Hello, I just want to point out 2 things. First of all, there are significantly less of you than there were about 20 minutes ago. And you're very, very far away. So, hello. I'm really excited by your dedication to stay here. Anyway, I'm Holly. I got banned from the Blood Donation Centre. In my defence, there was nothing to say. I couldn't bring my own blood in a Tupperware. Blame going trying to meal prep, am I right? Anyway, so my name's Holly. Holly Leggett for long, or as my dad likes to call me, his little disappointment. It's fine. And anyway, I have 3 jobs, not to brag. It's very hard to get a job in this day and age. So I'm very grateful we can be here and we get to be a barista by day, bartender by night, failing comedian always. So that's quite good. And you know, because I have 3 jobs, I'm a busy gal, it leaves very little will to live. And so when I do have a day off, I like to utilise the day and make sure I get enough out of it. I actually wrote down what I did on my day off, so I thought I'd share it with you today. 10 a.m. Woke up feeling rested and excited for a new day. Decided not to stay in bed all day and actually get up. Stood up too fast and passed out. 12 p.m. Woke up feeling gross and on the floor. Decided that being conscious fucking sucks, so I went back to sleep. 2 p.m. woke up. Now, actually, I did not write this with children in mind, so I might just skip past that. Had 1 sip of coffee, instantly needed to shit. Had a wank. Sorry, guys. Played Assassin's Creed. Got killed in Assassin's Creed. Had an angry wank. Played some more Assassin's Creed. Leveled up in Assassin's Creed. Had a celebratory wank. Post-nut sadness kicked in and spiraled into a dark cloud of self-loathing, despair and disgust. Just make eye contact with the child. All that self-hatred really worked up an appetite. Made bowl of pasta, burnt tongue, cried, smoked some weed. Ate an entire packet of biscuits, bit tongue, cried, smoked some more weed, had another wank. Boyfriend came home from work, went to sleep, anticipating a new day. So, I'm not like most comedians. I have a woo. And being a female comedian, I get asked the same things. I always get told, like, oh, good for you, or I could never do that. And that's my favourite. I didn't think women could be funny. Which, you know, it's not true, actually. So we're very, very funny gender. Just come right back and watch me attempt to parallel park. But, you know, it's difficult to be funny when you have PMT, which is premenstrual tension. I used to think it was premenstrual trauma, which frankly I feel is a better fit because I feel traumatized and emotional. There's no way to be subtle on your period. For example, the loudest sound on earth is the unpeeling of a pad in a public toilet. A close second will be opening a packet of crisps in the cinema. heathens behaviour, if you ask me. And taking your bag to the toilet with you, you might as well announce, I'm on my way to change my tampon. My bag with me. And anyway, before I go, I just thought I'd tell you about something quite exciting. I'm getting a tattoo with my best friend to celebrate our 10 years of friendship. See, she's getting waves because I'm an Aquarius, and I'm getting a crown for her star sign. Now, I do feel like I've drawn the short straw a little bit, getting a crab tattoo. So when people ask me, oh, you have crabs, I just have to say, no, it's cancer. On that horrible note, if you enjoyed this, my name's Holly Leggett. If you didn't, it's going. So.
So we come to the end of our night now, okay? It's not night, it will be soon. Well, a couple of hours. I mean, when is night? When does night start? 7 o'clock? 6? When does evening and afternoon? When does evening start and afternoon end? Is it 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock? I don't know. Should we do a poll on the way out? Or not? Just do what you want. So thank you very much for listening to our comedy and our jokes and our daft ideas. We're a comedy collective from Bath called Fast, Fresh and Dirty. So have a look at us on Facebook if you want. Do what you want. It's up to you. It's 2020, isn't it? That's not 20 past 8. Although it will be soon when it gets night. I don't know when night starts and when the evening stops. Anyway, I'll stop in a minute. But I'll leave you with a poem before you go. Or before I go, if you want. Can I do that? Can I leave with a poem? Is anyone in love here? Is anyone in love? No. Have you got any couples here? No? No? Okay. Well, if you are you a couple? Oh, yeah. No? He's saying no, and you're saying yeah? I'm not. I'm going to sing you a lovely poem. I'm not singing you. But serenade, I mean, or just tell you. How many years have you been going out? Oh, wait there, let me guess.
I'm going to go for it.
It's not years, is it? Is it 4 weeks? Is it? 4 weeks? No. Okay. Usually I get it on the get it spot on. Anyway, this is a poem for people who are in love. Because there's only 2 people. Are you in love as well? No? Okay. Yeah, it's alright. It's 2020 though. Anyway, so this is a poem for people who are in love. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Are you in love? Yay! Let's all be in love. All hold hands. Or don't. Do what you want. It's 2020. Anyway, that's not 20 past 8. Anyway, so I'm still on the left, yeah? Nice one. This is a poem for people who are in love. I think you are dead nice, like sugar and allspice. Your eyes are lovely, like a glass of bubbly. Sometimes you make me cry. Sometimes you make me laugh. Sometimes you make me sigh. And sometimes you make me bath. You know when you put the hot water and you move it around? I like your hips and your lips. They are really nice like fish and chips. You make me really happy, like a kid in a clean nappy. It's nice staying in yours, because you've got central heating. But I don't like your music. Do you really like Ronan Keating? I think about you all the time. You get emotional. Come on, lad, it's not that sad. I think about you all the time. Well, not all the time. I don't think of you when I'm having a poo. But I could do if you wanted me to. I'd like to take you out for meals and to shows, but I'll see how it goes, because you might start doing me head in like the last one. I usually get a clap after me poem. So we're a comedy collective from Bath, which isn't that far from here. I mean, you could walk it, but yeah, I don't know how long it'd take you. But you probably get there by night time, or afternoon time, or evening time, or 2020, that's 20 past 8. Anyway, so come and see us in Bath if you can, when, you know, things change, but we're online anyway. And thank you very much to Offstage Collective and Sense of Gravity. So, nice one, thank you for having us. This is going to do something else.